Alright, howdy y'all. We're a little early here because I wanted to show the instructions for a little bit. We'll go over the instructions again right on the hour. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. What's up, Dreamfast? Can you guys hear me? Can't hear.
That is a problem.
That's a problem. Okay, someone else said loud and clear. We can hear you. Okay, so that one person needs to turn up their volume. They got caught. Oh, I do have the music rather loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Crank up the volume. Loud and clear. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Alright, we're a little early, but I wanted to go through these instructions. That way all you early birds could be able to get in first, because there is a limit of 50. Again, I don't think we'll hit that limit, but just in case, here's what you need to do. So how to join. This is what you're going to do. So on another window or on another device, your phone, tablet, whatever, go to myquiz.org, and then it's going to bring up a prompt for a code, and you're going to enter this code here. Enter code 524458. That is the code if you want to play. If you don't enter that code, nothing's going to happen. You're just going to watch us, which you can do. We're going to be giving out lots of factoids and having fun, but that's how you actually join. Click join, enter a nickname, make it something recognizable. It gives you some options to use your social media, things like that. But as long as we can know who are trash talking in the lobby, or not trash talking, but commenting on, friendly banter, I should say. We'll do that, and then you just join. I think you gotta click some privacy thing, 10 paragraphs, which no one's gonna read, but whatever. How to actually play. When the trivia begins, you will see several answers. Only one answer is gonna be correct. Choose your answer, click answer. I think it's slightly different on the mobile. I think you just click the answer, but we'll see. First 3 players who answer correctly get bonus points. At the end, a leaderboard is shown. Fastest answers break ties, in case there's faster answerers. The top 3 winners get a keyword to redeem one of these books. Hogwarts Wisdom of Thra, Heroes of the Resistance, or Flames of the Dark Crystal. All J&Lee hardbacks. And actually the Flames is an older one that doesn't have the Netflix logo on it. So I'm not sure how I got multiple copies of that, but I did. So with that, let's give everyone... Alright, we already 10-3, so let me just go to the very beginning, do that again, in case anyone just joined us. Well, howdy y'all, and welcome to the Dark Crystal Trivia. This is your host, Jason Delgado of the Dark Crystal Conjunction, and I'm not alone. I'm actually joined by friend Sean here. Sean, how you doing?
Good. Very excited to be here.
And for those of you who don't know, Sean is the one who started and runs the Angle of Eternity Facebook group, and it was also his idea to do the first Thra-athon, and he's still keeping up with it. We're doing another one. We've got lots of things going on, and even ones in the future. Is there anything more you want to add to that, Sean, or give us any hints of what's going on or how it's all going so far?
I'm just excited. We've got a lot of things planned for this Thra-athon. We've got a fan art contest. The submissions for that are absolutely amazing. We were blown away by those. We just started going through them last night. I think that people are going to be very impressed. We've got the trivia contest today, and then we've got some special surprises and announcements for tomorrow. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. So, all right, well, with that, you guys are here for the trivia. It's trivia time. Let's get to it. I'm going to run through the instructions one more time. If you're a little early, you already got some. If you showed up, and you can always just join in whenever. So, here we go. Here are the instructions on how you join. And this is really the first official Thra-athon. I can't say Dark Crystal, but the first official Thra-athon trivia. So here we go. How to join. On another window or device, your phone, tablet, whatever, go to myquiz.org. Doesn't require you to install anything. It's just run off the website. Enter in this code. So this is the code you're going to need. The code is 524458. 524458. And then you're going to click join. Enter your nickname. Click join. Again, make it something recognizable so we can have good friendly banter when we see y'all. You'll be redirected to our lobby. Wait for the game to begin. Actually, let me leave up this screen for a little bit since that's the code, and let me also type it in the comments. So it's myquiz.org. darkquiz.org, code 524458. And there you should see a waiting lobby. Next, how to actually play. So here's how it's actually going to go. I was in one of these quizzes before, and I didn't know how it was going to go, and I was kind of really scared, so I wanted to give a little quick tutorial. When the trivia begins, you will see several answers. There's going to be a countdown. You'll see the answers. Only one answer is correct. So even though on the sidebar it's going to say multiple answers are possible, only one answer is correct. This is the way we set up our quiz. 2, you're going to choose your answer and simply click answer. I think it might be slightly different on mobile devices, depending on the screen size. You might just have to click the answer, but anyways, you'll figure it out quick. The first 3 players who answer correctly do get bonus points, so time does matter. I believe you only have about 20 seconds to answer the question, so if you're thinking like, oh, I got great Google Foo school skills, it's not going to matter because you're going to lose points. At the end, a leaderboard is going to be showing all the various places and whatnot, and I think throughout the stream we'll display the leaderboards and whatnot, and I kind of want to see how it's going. Fastest answers break ties, in case there's any answers, and the reason it matters is because the top 3 winners will get a special keyword to redeem one of these 3 J.M. Lee books. The first is The Dark Crystal Agra's Wisdom of Thra by J.M. Lee, illustrations by Corey Godby. It's a fun little hardback there. The second book that you could win is Heroes of the Resistance. That one has just a lot of really nice pictures from the Netflix show and descriptions of the characters. Nice little hardback there, also by J.M. Lee. And lastly, Flames of the Dark Crystal. Sorry, I'm laughing that someone said they panicked at random guessing, so they were going to go to Google. Yeah, you may not have enough time. So, anyways, Flames of the Dark Crystal. This is the hardback edition, and it is also before the Netflix logo was on these. So this is the first printing of that. We'll be giving away that to the winners. Whoever's first place gets first pick, second place gets second, and the third gets the leftovers. So, not only that, the first place winner also gets the pride of saying, like, I am the first Thra-athon trivia champion. So, major cool stuff there. What's up, Sean?
Oh, I was just thinking, that classic gif of Skekung putting his hands on his hips and kind of looking very boastful and proud of himself.
Yes, totally. Ha ha ha. Yes. Oh yes. Yes. You should do that pose and send it to us. That'd be.
Well, we really need to get a bronze made up of that.
Well, you know what's funny? My daughter was making little clay figurines and statues this weekend. Here, I'm going to leave the screen at the code in case anyone else needs to join. Give us a couple more minutes. My daughter is making a whole bunch of little clay statues. She made a little baby Yoda. She's made a little taco. She made a little succulent. And when she heard about this quiz, she's like, "Oh, Dad, I could make a trophy for this." So I was like, "Oh, maybe for the next one because we didn't really have time." But that would be something really cool. But we'll see. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on into the quiz because that's about all we got. I estimated this will take about 30 minutes, so hang on tight. Here we go. I'm glad it looks like things are working for everyone. So let's go ahead and move on to the actual trivia game on time. All right, so Sean, if you want to go ahead and hit start, we will begin. There are going to be 3 categories. The first category is going to be multiple choice. And here it goes. Question number 1. Which of the following creatures from the original film is referenced in the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance? Is it Nebri, Hollerbats, or Pluffum? 5 seconds to answer. We see the answers flowing in. I think you can unpause it. Go ahead and unpause it. Yeah, we have time between. Yeah, so pause it at this point. Pause it at this point. Cool. Actually, is there a way that I could view? I kind of want to view it because I can see like 63% got it right. All right. Well, the answer was Nebri. Though Nebri appears prominently on screen in the original 1982 film, they do not physically appear in the series, except when referenced by Mira, who calls Rion a flat-footed Nebri. All right, Sean, you want to go ahead and take the next one?
All right, here we go.
And I may have to time it to where you could see it on screen. So I think there's a couple second delay.
A trio of which of the following creatures pulls the Skeksis carriage? Nurlocs, Nebri, or Armaligs?
10 seconds. Man, some people are really fast. They really want those top 3 bonus points there.
And the correct answer is Armaligs. Though Nebra and Nurlocs are both affected by the Skeksis' occupation of Thra and the resulting corruption of the land, it is the Armaligs that are specifically enslaved and painfully charged with electricity in order to be utilized as the wheels on the Skeksis' carriage.
Brutal, brutal. Yeah, see, down here's a picture of one of the Nurlocs, and then this is a Nebri. It's technically a darkened Nebri. So, all right, go ahead and play that. I'm ready for the next one. We got lots of questions to go through, so I think we're able to do it in 15 seconds. So.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
How many limbs do the Skeksis possess? 2 pairs of legs and 2 pairs of arms, 1 pair of legs and 2 pairs of arms, or 1 pair of legs and 1 pair of arms?
This is a tricky one. This, I think, can trip up a lot of people.
And the correct answer is 1 pair of legs and 2 pair of arms. Like the Uru, the mystic counterparts, the Skeksis possess 1 pair of legs and 2 pair of arms, though their hind arms are mostly shriveled and atrophied from disuse. Only Skekmal the Hunter develops his hind arms through constant pursuit of his prey in the wild.
And then there you can see the other picture I have of the Hunter. It's a lot easier to see it on the Uru. And then this old school picture from Creation Myths, you can see the younger Skeksis. So, wonderful. All right, I'll take the next question here.
Sounds good.
I think maybe 15 questions in, we'll pause and check out the leaderboards. I'm curious. All right, here we go. Question number 4. Who is the only Skeksis puppet performer to reprise their role in both the original film and Age of Resistance? David Goelz, Louis Gold, or Tim Rose? And the answer is Louis Gold. Tim Rose and Dave Goelz performed the puppets for Skekshah, as you can see him there, and Skekgung, respectively, but neither performed those same characters in Age of Resistance. Louis Gold, who performed Skekgayuk the Gourmand, however, is the only puppet performer to reprise the role of the Skeksis from the 1982 film in the 2019 series. And she was very possessive of making sure that no one else took her Skeksis. She used some strong language to ensure that.
And she also gave an absolutely amazing speech to Thames Con.
Yes.
For Crystal Conjunction. And
yes.
If you've seen that, you definitely have to go up on YouTube and check it out, because it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, the Great Conjunction did already put videos up of all their talks and whatnot. Yeah, she gave a really good speech there. They're also giving away some great raffle stuff. Go ahead and hit play so you can get moving. Yeah, they're giving away some really good raffle rewards. Not all of them have been revealed yet, but they're great. All right. I'm going to take this one as well. Question 5. Which Gelfling clan calls Domrock their home? The Sprighton, the Drenchen, or the Groton? The answer is the Groton. The Domrock is the home of the Groton and exists deep underground in the caves of Grot, where Gelfling carve their homes into the face of the rock, as you can see below. All right, Sean, you take the next one.
All right, sounds good. Which production designer worked on both Dark Crystal Age of Resistance and Marvel films? Kirk M. Petrocelli, who worked on Blade and the Incredible Hulk, John McCoy, who worked on Avengers Age of Ultron and Doctor Strange, or J. Michael Riva, who worked on Iron Man and Iron Man 2? And the answer is John McCoy. His work is also featured on the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance book. He worked on Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and Blade Runner 2049, and contributed a number of beautiful paintings for Age of Resistance, again, which are featured on the book. And here we go with the next question. Which of the following actors from Game of Thrones did not voice a character in the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance? Lena Headey, Natalie Emmanuel, or Sean Bean?
This is one I would have only gotten based off deduction, because I was like, okay, I recognize that name. I don't think this one was in the show.
And the correct answer was Sean Bean. Wonderful job, guys. Sean Bean, who played the noble Ned Stark in the first season of Game of Thrones, as well as appearing as Boromir in the Lord of the Rings motion picture trilogy for Peter Jackson, did not have a role in the Age of Resistance. Maybe in season 2, and I'm sure if he does, he would probably, play one of the Skeksis who does not make it.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
It,
All right,
it really
you
would.
take the next one as well, because some of these I didn't know. Because some of these you did, and I was like, I would have got this one wrong. So you go and take the next one too. You're probably more.
All right, sounds good. And yeah, just to cap off of that, I also think Sean Bean would have been a really great choice for Ordon. I could really hear him in that role.
Totally, yeah.
All right, and here we go with question number 8.
Yeah, some of these ones of the actors and stuff, I was like, oh, that's like my weak point. That's where I would have totally lost.
Which of the following actors from a popular fantasy series voiced a character in the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance? Lucy Lawless from Xena Warrior Princess, Natalie Dormer from Game of Thrones, or Ray Winstone from Robin of Sherwood?
Yep, I would have definitely not got this one. I mean, I could take out one of them. I would have got it wrong.
And the correct answer was Natalie Dormer from Game of Thrones. Neither Lucy Lawless or Ray Winstone contributed their immense voice acting talents to Age of Resistance, but Natalie Dormer, who played Marjorie Tyrell on Game of Thrones, voiced the Siphon Gelfling Annika, who befriends Brea.
Nice. All right, next question. Question number 9. Age of Resistance director Louis Leterrier directed a remake of what other early 1980s fantasy epic? Was it Clash of the Titans, Excalibur, or Conan the Barbarian? I love this answer because I love who it pays tribute to. I'm ready for it. I'm so glad you put this one in here.
One of my favorites.
The correct answer is Louis Leterrier, who also directed Marvel's The Incredible Hulk film in 2008, also did the remake of the 1981 film Clash of the Titans. The 1981 original was the last film to feature the stop-motion animation of legendary special effects creator Ray Harryhausen. I actually just recently watched a documentary with him on Amazon. Really good stuff.
The special effects Titan one?
Yeah, special effects Titan. Yeah, I even had the kids. Well, I didn't make the kids sit down and watch it, but they started watching and were intrigued.
Yeah, Ray Harryhausen has always been one of my favorite filmmakers, and it's kind of remarkable because you think about the influence that he's had on the industry, and yet he never actually directed a film.
That's crazy.
Films, he came up with the storyboards, and then he did the special effects. But he never actually wrote a finalized screenplay that was used for any of the films. He came up with some of the stories, but never wrote a screenplay, never directed. And it's hard to think of maybe anyone else in the industry who's had that much influence and has been that much of an inspiration for so many other filmmakers who never actually sat in the director's chair.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, here we go with the next one.
All right. Question number 10. What was the original title for the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance? Age of Rebellion, Age of Republic, or Age of Empire? Oops, I just revealed it. Don't look. Okay. It'll only flash for a little bit. All right. Yes, correct. Age of Rebellion. The original title for Age of Resistance was actually Age of Rebellion, but the series name was changed due to its similarity to a Star Wars franchise. And first, that was a role-playing game on Fantasy Flight, but now, they wind up using Age of Resistance anyways in the Marvel comics, so it's whatever. All right, you go ahead and do the next one, because I think I'm going to clean up the chat a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Which member of the Henson family founded the official website for the Dark Crystal, darkcrystal.com? Was it Lisa Henson, Cheryl Henson, or Brian Henson? And the answer is Cheryl Henson. Cheryl Henson, who also modeled the Dark Crystal fashion line in 1982, and who Lisa Henson called the first fan of the Dark Crystal, oversaw the creation of the website.
Yeah, she's so awesome. I love her. All right, I'll go ahead and take the next one. Question number 12. Who illustrated the front covers for J.M. Lee's Shadows of the Dark Crystal? Was it Corey Godby, Brian Froud, or Iris Compiet? This one is rather tricky. When you put this, I think you put this one in here. I was like, oh, that's going to trip some people up. I'm curious what the percentage is on this one.
Well,
Oh, no, okay, 40. Oh, wow, more people got it wrong. Yes, so the answer is Brian Froud created the cover artwork for Shadows of the Dark Crystal, and he stayed involved as a creative consultant to oversee the artwork for the interior and covers of the series. Corey Godby illustrated the other 3 titles. Like, Corey Godby did all the inside artwork for Shadows and the other 3 books, and he did the covers for the other 3 books. So yeah, that was a rather tricky one. So nice job, you tricked up a lot of people on there. And I see the places are starting to change. Like number 1 we have Daylighter, number 2 we have Dracostar, 3rd place we have Papis, 4th we have Sarah Kitch, which I've seen Sarah up in the lead. Ooh, and the storyteller Thra is falling right after that. So competition is
close up there. I mean, those top 5 are all between 55 and 60 points.
Yeah. The point is the points are really close. All right, let's go to the next one. Remember, top 3 gets bonus points if you're the top 3 to answer. Oops.
And one other thing to note about Brian Froud was that when he actually began working with Jim Henson back in 1977, 1978, one of the things that he said was that he really wanted to move away from doing illustration and kind of creating more worlds rather than taking direction on them. So you can definitely see why he became a conceptual designer rather than continuing his career as an illustrator.
Indeed.
All right.
All right, next question.
Here we go with the next question.
Oops. Hold on. You go ahead and read it, if you would.
Who is Skekra the Conqueror's mystic Uru counterpart? Urgo, Urso, Urko? Look at those answers come in so fast. And the answer is Urgo. It is Urgo the Wanderer who lives with his counterpart Skekra the Heretic, formerly known as the Conqueror. When Skekra denounced the Skeksis rule and prophesied that a Gelfling would one day cause them to be reintegrated with their other halves, the Skeksis banished Skekra.
Very nice. All right.
And those definitely seem to be 2 of the most popular characters to have shown up in Age of Resistance. I think there's probably a 3-way tie between Skekra, and Deet and Brea.
Indeed. Plus they had these really cute pops. So, all right, let's keep it moving. Sorry, I had to throw out the ban hammer. Chat is just for the topic of friendly Dark Crystal discussions.
Yeah, and definitely we want to keep it PG, just like the original film. Want to make sure that it's really family friendly for everybody because we do have people of all ages contributing.
Yep, indeed.
And
all right.
Here we go with the next question.
Next one. Well, now we gotta wait. It's moving. Alright, I'll take this one. Question number 14. What is the name of the weapon from Age of Resistance that would reunite the 7 Gelfling clans and defeat the Skeksis? Twin swords, dual glaive, energy swords. I mean, one of those I want it to be, but I know it's not. The answer is the dual glaive, which was created by Urgo and Skekra, was first brandished by Ordon, the mighty hero of Stone in the Wood, but it is his son, Rion, who wields the weapon, albeit briefly in the Netflix series.
Yeah, the dual glaive just really doesn't last that long. I mean, ultimately it lasts, I think, maybe a little bit less long than Darth Maul's dual-wielded lightsaber.
Yeah, that's about true. Dual-wielded weapons, yeah.
Bit, it's really flashy, and then it's like, oh, well, that's over.
Yep. That's all dual wield's good for.
Apparently so.
At least it had something inside the hilt that helped, so. Alright.
This is also true.
Next question.
And here we go with question 15.
Go for it.
Tavra's full name, is revealed in Shadows of the Dark Crystal, is what? Katavra of Harar, Tavrania of Harar, or Mayrin III of Harar?
I'm going to say what I want it to be when there's like 2 seconds left. I want it to be Tavrania. It sounds so tough, but it's not. What is it?
Tavrania sounds like a vampire. It sounds
totally.
like
Totally, yeah. Tavra's full name is Catavra.
Catavra combined.
Yeah, there's the first picture we ever see of her in the first book, and then there's her in the last. So, all right, I'll take the next one. Question number 16. What was the name of the medicinal berries used by Deucen shamans to speak with Thra and glimpse into the future? Hint, they were found in the Wanderer's personal store at the Circle of the Suns by Deet and Rion in episode 7. Was it Erdropes, Erdrops, or Erdroops? How come one of these wasn't Erdope? That would have been great. It was Erdroops. Erdroops are red berries that, when eaten, cause visions and slow down the eater's reality. Deet almost mistakenly ate some earlier in the series. It is suggested that it was Urgo and Skekraw's consumption of the Erdroops that lead their prophecy that the Gelfling would end Skeksis' rule. All right, if you take the next couple ones, I'm going to try to get it to where I could show the leaderboard up on here.
All right, sounds good.
Because it's still, I mean, 2 people are tied for first place. Go for it.
Of the 3 proposed punishments for Skektek after the Vial of Essence was stolen, which punishment was chosen? Tail dangling, peeper beetle, or needle strapping? I kind of really want to see what the other 2 actually look like on screen, though.
Yeah.
And the correct answer was the peeper beetle. According to the Dark Crystal Glossary, there are 5 ocular castigations, 5 torture methods, presumably involving removal of the eyeball. Ominously referred to the Skeksis in the lead-up to the Peeper Beetle ceremony in episode 2. The Peeper Beetle is one of the 5 and the Ritual Master's personal favorite. Their other 4 are currently unknown.
Yeah, how can you forget that scene? So disturbing.
It really was. I think it's probably the most disturbing scene in the franchise in a lot of ways, just because it's something we can all relate to. If you look at what happens to some of the other Skeksis, you know, as the series progresses, most of us have never lost a limb, most of us have never spontaneously combusted, but we all know what it's like to have that uncomfortable feeling of something getting in your eye, and so I think that one's just especially effective.
Yes, so nasty. All right, go and take the next one. I'm almost ready to show results.
What is the name of Naya's pet muskie as revealed in the J.M. Lee YA novels? Is it Nietzsche, Baffy, or Thibig? That leaderboard is looking so close.
Yeah, it is close.
And the correct answer is Nietzsche, and most of you got that one. Naya's muskie is named Nietzsche. Muskies are flying quilled eels endemic to the swamps of Sog. Babies are very small, but adults never stop growing. The oldest known muskie was said to be as wide as the Black River.
Nice. All right, this is just a punk rock way to show this, but here's the current leaderboard. Draco Star with 89 points. Symmetric Cow, 86 points. Sarah Kitsch, she's coming back up at 85 points. They ladder at 85 points, and Aerith at 85 points. Wow, 3 people have 85 points. At least the top 5. There could be even more. So, all right, let's keep it going. I'll go and take the next couple. Oops. If you're watching the live stream, you sometimes get hints because I sometimes advance too far. Oops. Trying to do too many things at once. Here we go. Question number 19. In which medium does the Siefan Gelfling Evo appear? Oh, I should have given you this one because this is one of your favorite characters. I feel bad. Anyways, was it comic books, films, or video games? Would you like to read the answer for your favorite Gelfling?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
All right, here it comes.
And the correct answer, of course, is video games. Evo the Siefan Gelfling adventurer and historian is first introduced in the Siefan Coast levels of the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance tactics. There he is one of the first Gelfling to discover the ties between the Skeksis, the Crystal, and the Great Conjunction in a series of ancient runes and hieroglyphs, which if you've played the game, you'll know that he has to find them throughout the different levels as the tides are rising. And
those are very difficult levels.
They are very difficult levels because you've got a lot of enemies that you have to defeat simultaneously, and especially with that last one, which takes place in the cave, once the tide has risen to a certain point, it doesn't recede again, and you're just out of luck. But I love the character. He's kind of like the Gelfling version of Indiana Jones, you know, combination of sort of the intellectual and the hero all in one. And that just makes him quite appealing, I think. Hopefully we get to see him at some point in a comic book or in a film or in the season 2.
Yeah, I'm with you. If this me, he's just coming. I can't wait for a full Dark Crystal RPG. That'd be great. So, all right.
Well, it would be great. I mean, I think he would be a really great kind of team up character with Omri.
Oh yeah, totally.
I think those two would be like a great kind of buddy cop, you know.
Yep. All right, so next category. This one only has like 4 questions, but currently we got Draco Star still in the lead, just barely by 2 points. Nami Ben has now shot up at 87 points. Symmetric Crowell still is in the top 3 at 86, and Sarah Kitsch and Daylighter at 85, possibly more at 85. So it's close. It's close.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get some tough ones so where you can make a greater disparage. So, all right, go ahead and hit play, and we'll. Here we go. Question number 20. Gelflings drink alcohol. True or false? Oops. Oh man, Oops. I just revealed it. But if you were fast enough, it doesn't even matter. I think most people will probably get this one.
If it makes you feel better, I'm only looking at the My Quiz screen, so I don't know when you jump the gun.
Oh good. These screens have less clicking involved. Yes, most got this right. True, just as Thra provides it. One example is Stone Wood Brew, a type of alcoholic drink that trickles from the trees into a gigantic trough called the Brew Trough. In Stone in the Wood, a stone wood delicacy. All right, let's keep it going. Go ahead and take the next one.
Do you have a description of what that tastes like?
There's no description, but
I mean, I almost imagine it would taste kind of sweet and maple syrupy for some reason, but I don't know.
Coming off a tree, I would guess so, yeah.
All right. And going up with the next one, question 21. The character of Omri first appears in Tied to the Dark Crystal. True or false?
This one's kind of tricky.
It's a little bit misleading.
It's a little bit misleading. We've had a couple of those. Let's see what the results pan out to be.
Ooh. Interesting. So yes, Omri first appears in the Song of the Dark Crystal. Of course, he doesn't actually appear on the cover of one of the books until the Tides of the Dark Crystal. So that is why that question was a little bit misleading and kind of divided up those points.
Yep, 48% got it wrong. Nice and tricky. All right, next. I'll go take the next one. Yeah, and he does first appear on the cover of Tides. And his voice is told, like he tells this, you're in his mind basically in Tide, so that was tricky. But there he is, in song, so cute. Alright, question number 22. The 2 main protagonists from Legends of the Dark Crystal, Lar and Nephi, wind up marrying? True or false? This one, I think, I informed you about this one actually, right?
Yeah, you found it on the glossary and I was excited because I didn't know this, and I was like, oh, that's a nice little tidbit there.
Yeah, you'd only know it from the glossary. It is true. Though the graphic novel series from Tokyo Pop was originally planned to be a trilogy, we only got 2 parts. But the official Dark Crystal glossary confirms this, stating Nephi married Lar. Wow, I love it. Man, that's another one. We almost split it in half. Go ahead and keep going because we're coming up to the final questions here. It's still close.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just gonna say that the interesting thing is wouldn't it be hilarious if either Jen or Kira ended up being the offspring of Nephi or Lar rather than any of the characters we've seen on screen so far.
Yeah. I really hope that if they do a season 2 that these characters get some nods. So.
It would be great, even if it's just like during a crowd scene or a battle scene.
Exactly.
And they just happen to be leading one of the charges. That would just be a really nice little nod to the fans.
Yeah.
All right, here we go with question 23. Bran Hupp used a modified Nintendo Wii controller to allow puppeteers to control their puppets' facial expressions and puppet them simultaneously. True or false? And the answer is, of course, true. You can see it 31 minutes into the Crystal Calls documentary on Netflix, and Brea's Puppeteer talks about 27 minutes into it in the Trial by Stone podcast. That means you, princess. And I've just got to say, Alice Deneen, who puppeted Brea, is absolutely incredible. One of the few puppeteers who actually puppeteered and controlled the facial expressions at the same time. And she's really, really, really nice person. I cannot sing her praises highly enough.
Yeah. I like how someone said, it's too weird not to be true. You're like, yeah, probably right. I could not have made up something like that. That's so random. But that's one of those cool factoids. Like, someone's like, oh, I'm not good at trivia. I was like, well, stick around. We're going to learn lots of cool Dark Crystal things. So, you know, we're hoping everyone has fun regardless of their knowledge. All right, question number 24. The first official Dark Crystal video game was the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics. That one seems simple enough. That one seems simple enough.
Seems being the operative word there.
Yes. And the answer, false. The Dark Crystal was computer-based. Was on a computer first. The Dark Crystal feature film. The game was released in 1982 on Sierra Online on all those various medias that I kind of just put in parentheses. The game was a complex bitmap graphical first-person adventure game. And look at those awesome. I love how upset Fizzgig looks in this. It's great. It's great.
And this one really divided people too. That's interesting. I'm sad to say I never actually had the original game. I would have loved it because I actually grew up playing the Atari 2600. But
yeah, I never had this growing up either.
I had a number of the Star Wars ones and of course the infamous E.T. the Extraterrestrial game, which was found stockpiled in a trash heap somewhere.
That game was miserable. I hated that game. Don't even bring it up. It's the worst.
Anybody even knew what the point was.
Yeah. I mean, I remember my friend and I playing it for hours. We're like, okay, there's got to be something we're missing. I mean, we spent hours and hours. It was ridiculous.
And I felt the same way about the Raiders of the Lost Ark game.
I never played that one.
It's just interesting because those are three films: Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., and the Dark Crystal all came out within a year of each other in 1981 and 82, and they spawned three very, very different and varying levels of quality games.
Yep. All right.
Dark Crystal games in the future.
Yep. Only a couple questions left. Draco Star is still in the lead. 7-point lead now. Oh, and we're now into finish these quotes. Here we go. Complete the quote. Go for it.
Hup, want, deep, die, pie, or cry.
I love that.
And I love these options.
I'd love all these options. I also love the answer you gave.
Was this my one? I don't even remember.
This was you.
So long ago. And of course, the correct answer is die. Well, Hup may indeed want a number of these things. He specifically says, Hup want die after becoming very sick, likely a combination of motion sickness and altitude sickness during the flight to the Circle of the Suns.
Nice.
And I can definitely see, Hup really digging into a pie. I almost think we might need to see that at some point in season 2.
All right, a couple questions left. It's getting close.
Yes.
And this is another complete the quote. Oh, Tavra, come look. It's Mother Agra, and I discovered some facts about swamp roots. You're going to love this. Did you know that Asphodel and Wormwood make a sleeping potion so powerful that it's known as the Drought of Living Death. Advice is a dangerous gift. Tugnut causes explosive belching. I am your father. Well, there's definitely one of those I can rule out, or two of them.
Oh, man.
During her many visits to the Harar Library, Brea discovers many wondrous and strange things, such as the fact that Tugroot does indeed cause explosive belching. Take our word for it.
I absolutely love that line. I think that probably gave me one of the biggest belly laughs because it was just so incredibly random. It almost felt like something out of Monty Python. I think if Terry Jones, who had helped co-write Labyrinth, had heard that line, I think that would have given him a chuckle.
Oh, totally.
All right, and here we go with question 27.
It was nice. Her knowledge of roots does come in handy later. All right, go ahead.
Complete the quote. Rian, you cheated. Mira, I win again. Rian, you won because you have wings. Mira, of course not. You're a boy. Duh, it's a girl thing. Yep, don't you wish you were so lucky. Of course I do. I'm a girl.
I was hoping that you would pronounce thang like that. I'm glad you did.
I was debating whether to put a Georgia accent or a Florida accent on it. And the correct answer is, of course, I am a girl. After Mira wins the friendly, flirtatious race between her and Ryan, she responds to Ryan saying she has wings. Of course I do, I'm a girl, which is a nod to Kira's response to Jenry's reaction in the wing reveal in the original film. Of course not, you're a boy. And that was a nice little callback. There were a couple of really great callbacks in the dialogue in that first episode.
Yeah, yeah, there were. And I think they did it pretty tastefully. It wasn't like too much or annoying or just real obvious.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Complete the quote. Number 25. You have heart. I'll give you that. I'll stop its very beating. I'll take that too. I'll take that as my trophy.
This one gets kind of dark.
This one does get kind of dark, but this is 2020, and this is the last question we're ending on. A nice dark. During his fight with Thra-athon and Ordon in Age of Resistance, Episode 4, Skekmal declares, "You have heart. I'll take that too." Like a good, sinister bad guy. All right, so this should be. What's that?
It's a real gangster line.
So gangster, dude.
It kind of reminds me of something that we hear in like a comic book film. I could really hear, like the Joker or someone saying that to Batman.
Indeed, indeed. All right, let's see those winners. Let's see.
All right.
Should be showing us the leaderboard. I think I already calculated it. Let's see. Boom. All right, Draco Star, congrats. Nice lead, 137. Aerith, 125. And Roquetto, I know him from the Dark Crystal Reddit threads. He helps out a lot there. 125, congrats. So all three of you guys should have secret words that only you guys have. Email those to me. It should have my email. If not, send a message, private message, whatever way, on any of the social medias you know me on. And first place will get the first pick of the book, second place second, and third. Plus, Draco Star, you also get the bragging rights for being the first Dark Crystal Trivia winner of a Thra-athon. So congratulations. All right, well that is everything. Did you have any final words, Sean?
Just that, once again, we want to make sure that everybody who posts on social media, shares anything to do with the Thra-athon, make sure you include Dark Crystal as a hashtag and Thra-athon as a hashtag. We really want to get this viral so that we can bring in as many viewers as possible, really, expand the fandom. Our hope is that this will help kind of give Netflix the push that it needs in order to greenlight season 2. And we will be doing another Thra-athon again in December for the 38th anniversary of the original film.
Yeah, but I'm hoping during that time we can run another trivia like this. So you and I put together a lot of other trivia questions. We try to pick just the ones that were related to Age of Resistance the most. But yeah, we definitely have more material. So
I think we had close to 70 questions. So we potentially even have enough to do 2 more.
Yes.
Which, I mean, at that point, we might as well round it out to 3 if we do it for the next one. Then we can have, great conjunction, lesser conjunction, and everything with that one. Because 3, of course, is a very important number in Thra.
Indeed. All right, well, with that, thanks y'all for watching. Thanks for participating and playing. Until next time, keep exploring Thra.